I've been on mute this whole time. Oh, why? Why? Let's start all over. Yo, yo, yo to the yo, yo, yo. Phew, I made it. I guess in life, you don't always get second takes, but on YouTube, you get second takes. I had myself on mute while I was gushing over the MX4 feed. So I'll do it I'll do it in the next 15 minutes. Because it'd be silly for me to actually really repeat precisely what I said. But congratulations to everyone holding on to the trade. We did. I was able to catch it live at 42. I believe we went to 42.12. 42.16 was the superior high. We've dropped off that high at 41.75.36, up 2.83% on the day. Thank you very much. You are listening to BeautyBubble, and on this particular show, Cryptocurrency Action, a little kind of lumpy title there, but it looks really good over at Really's channel, and it may actually help viewers find us, the discoverability on YouTube, but we don't really know exactly yet. But I will get to the disclaimers and so forth. But we pulled off of the top. It's very typical of super tops when you don't what's called bust through them. However, 6:30 we have money flows coming in. They can start as early as 4:30. So this may have actually been the money flow coming in for Monday. Remember, this is Monday, August 14th. In the US, it is 6:25 New York time, and we're gearing up for the New York Open. I think today's Open is going to give us even more clues as to where the money wants to take the market. Last night I was listening to a few people that were having difficulty finding a way to make a good decision as to how to go long. And I have this on my whiteboard, and maybe there's trainers out there that that I can refer to that talk about entries. The number one thing, and I'll go into a bigger chart here, and then we'll get into our disclaimer. The number one thing is that you have to establish, in fact, I have to go out like 4 hours. You have to decide, do I get in at Beauty's November 16th line? That would have been at 2200 when 2200 broke. Do I get in there? Do I get in where there were potential breaks from even further back, July 13th? Potential breaks at 26.94. Potential breakouts from August 1st. We'd have been in the trade for 14 days now. 3,000, when 3,000 broke again from June 11th. Potential interim tops when that broke. Okay, yo to the yo. Phew, I made it. Now that I've kind of jumped into videos, I thought maybe it was important for me to do a little bit of a voiceover. I need that window so we can read the disclaimer. Pardon. Didn't realize that's how long that went. So even in your chart, if you had prior lines that were alerting you to current times, so you have prior lines that bring you into current times, you'll notice that all these are dated. This may help. It's one technique to remind you, especially if you were to draw some lines now and then just rest and wait and see how those lines come into play. We've often heard this. There's a big trader teacher that's out there now that drew lines just like I did. These goldenrod lines actually are ray tooled out from November 2016. And we all know as traders that when you have breakouts of super highs, that's a good entry. If it was to break down, we know that it has filled range and it's time to short. So there are some textbook things that have happened in this trade. The part about staying out, a lot of this is emotional. I think that Bitcoin, even though it's fragmented into fundamentals, and there's a lot, and it is very much so driven by fundamentals, obviously. But there's a lot of emotion in this trade generally. So, this is why you'll hear me say, have a good chart. You always have to have a good chart so that the chart and you are actually dialoguing. Because listening to like a Reddit room, like a subreddit room, who's particularly bullish or particularly bearish, can be devastating to your P and L. It can be horrible. And then you don't know what to do about it. And they don't either. Now, don't think that there aren't a few people that have been speaking about the bearish move, aren't doing that to protect their ass, And because if it had gone bearish, they win. But to speak about the bear is also a reminder of what can happen in this trade, and for good reason. So you can't be too hard on people that have this collateral damage, or you perceive it as being collateral damage, because you can always use the technique of having a good chart to weigh out what you're hearing, from these forums. So I don't know. I've rarely, of thousands and thousands of traders, do I rarely hear, "Thank you so much. I wouldn't have gotten in. I didn't know how to get in. I got in. I made a shit ton of money, and I'm so happy. Thank you." You don't hear it. You don't hear the whole thing, that either. So it is hard to see a trade, what's called, run away without you. But it happens. And it's actually, the trade is telling you something that quite obviously you weren't ready for the truth. Most recently, we've been calling these moves the big truth, And, I mean, what can maybe I can talk more about this without sounding too much to be like a mommy, but, sure, sort yourself out in these forums, but always have your own chart to speak as closely as you can get to what the truth of it is. And does that make sense? I know people say that a lot. Does that make any sense? The other technique, of course, is that if a trade is moved from the far left lower corner to the far right upper corner, that the trade is long. You can always start there. Where's the trade right now? This is considered a fractal. This is a super long after we came off of this cross right here, this area right here. And then, of course, the move started to take this exponential nutcase move off of the sideways consolidation. So it did resolve to the upside, but very almost, just exponential rocket ship. Anyone that's in the trade right now, of course, is trying to figure out a lot of management going on up here, because they're just waiting for what's called the Widowmaker to come in. So even though they're up here and you're not up here with you, there's so much stress up here. There's a lot of money, but there's a lot of stress too. Because if they sell and it doesn't pull back, the trade will run away from them, like the trade ran away from you. So this is the cruel yet justifier of how money works. All right, let's go back over to the multi-stream, and then we will read the disclaimer and so forth. That was maybe a good way, and then I'll get into the 15-minute. So I think we're doing good, and he really has to say, thank you, researching. Let me see if I understand that. I know Kaki at the moment is researching a way. I've got the metadata, of course, but I need to write an interface to pull it forwards and display it. Yeah, you're talking about bot information, chatbot stuff. Yeah, for me on my side, I ask often, a lot of people do, and many times they'll come back and say, I'm busy and this and that. But I do believe in my files, I have the GitHub, some of the GitHub stuff, if that would help. So maybe this week we can work on putting together a little package of educational stuff that I have. Does that sound good? I'm just going to naturally yawn. So, all right, I'll check out your chat too. I think what I'll do is I'll pop out your chat. Really. What got me confused last time was that I had my chat and your chat popped out. So I'll keep the tab open anyway, but I will pop out the chat. Let's go back over the chart and zoom into the 15-minute. We're going to keep it here for a while. And let's see, there's my chat from yesterday. And the only other thing I'd have to do is pop out my own chat, so I should probably do that now before the day gets too much. And what I'm going to do is grab. You don't think that everything is, good morning, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. Good morning. Go ahead and pop out my own chat. Here we go. Chat's been popped out, guys. And good morning to David and Really for checking in with me. So to the real-time viewers, thank you very much. Standard kind of procedure, please thumbs up the event. And if you looks like maybe you have already, I'll go ahead and do my own thumbs up, which YouTube actually approves for you to do. If you are not subscribed to the channel, there's 2 channels that you want to start subscribing to. Mine, thank you very much, and Run Really. So I'll be doing a lot more promoting this week on my own channel, trying to get the subscribers. And that means probably running over to Twitter a little bit more, maybe doing a little Medium piece about my experience the first week with Run Really and being made part of, a syndicate experience. So be doing a little bit more, maybe promotion if I can squeeze it in. All right. As for last night, or yesterday, I need to thank some of the people that did stop by. I was going to say came shopping with me. We have Pepe, David Malderin. Thank you, David. You've been to a few of my events, and I appreciate it. Looks like I had a Spanish-speaking viewer. Thank you. I seem to, in my course of being on YouTube, I have quite a few South American viewers. So thank you very much coming to represent South America if you are from South America. And then another person I believe that I met on another channel. I don't know exactly who that is, but maybe they'll come back today. And we also have Harris. I'll go through the some of the subscribers to thank them all. I hear that you're supposed to do that. PewDiePie says that you're supposed to do that. All of a sudden, Beauty's going to do everything that PewDiePie that PewDiePie says to do. I don't think so, but all right. This was yesterday's event. We had 27 viewers. And as I said, we had a pretty robust chat and lots of pictures, of course, that were shared. And I think I have to squeeze off what I took over to Google Plus and bring it back over to yesterday's comment section. There's another really cool thing on YouTube. You know, you can have full conversations in the comments section, and it acts as a kind of like a Tower of Babel for YouTubers. You know, imagine if you're a daily vlogger, you can't be going into each and every one of your vlogs. So as I get it, or the structure of their comments section tab on your own channel, that is an aggregate of all of the comments that are coming through your channel, I think. But so add that on to kind of the technical stuff, because we would probably like to be really, really good at YouTube. And YouTube is, as really knows, you know, YouTube is a very curious and fun place to be. Under the hood, it is wild. And we would like to know as much as we possibly can and learn from the experts and also from YouTube themselves. I think we are probably like waving our hands and saying, YouTube, we're here too. Hey, you, phew, phew, you know, hey, please. We may not look like daily vloggers. We may not act like daily vloggers, but we're here every single day. And so we'd like to learn more from you specifically. That would be kind of cool. All right, so let's get to the real business here. Generally, on all of my social channels, I'm known as BeautyBubble. I think that my user is the BeautyBubble, if I'm not mistaken, here on YouTube. But what you would expect from me, it's kind of a puree of beauty, technology, financial markets, fashion, and books. You could categorize my outreach as trading well leads you to living well. So it's really a lifestyle channel. I do give myself the freedom to just pretty much talk about whatever I want. I'm not much of a storyteller. I'm certainly not very funny. I crack up at a lot of people. Just I find people very humorous, and but I'm really not a very good storyteller or entertainer. So, but when I do have things to bring you, I do bring them to you with as much passion as I possibly can, and so that you can get from me. In this video, we will showcase price charts for the day, and of course, it's, as we said, August 14th. So the price charts that you see will reflect today's activity or action, price action, as they say in the financial markets, with a special focus on cryptocurrency charting. That's why you will see a lot of the cryptocurrency pairs. If you have a pair that you want to have focused on and reviewed, just, you know, do any number of things. Leave a comment for me here on my channel. Leave a comment over at the Mix 4 channel. And you know, we'll put you on the list. We have a list of about 6. I'm trying to build a list to about 25. See how that goes. But those 25 charts is a lot of work to get through before the market opens for me. And anyway, let's go to content value. On social marketing, they you may want to make sure that I'm providing you with enough value. And in doing so, that, you know, you'll appreciate me. But what I've done for my events is that on a scale of 1 to 10, there's been no preparation or script written, and the quality of production is very low. So I prorated myself at a 2. And just to be completely honest, because I just use a laptop, I use just a free floating laptop, the mic that's on deck, and that's basically it. So that's why we've done it that way. If you really want to see high, not only content value, but a high production value, of course, you have to go over to the MX4. All right, there's no affiliation with TradingView.com. TradingView.com today, it will be the charting interface that I will be showcasing, and none should be implied by reference or tone of my voice or in the editing of this video. Should there be an affiliate relationship where commissions or promotional considerations are made, or that I'm entering into those kinds of relationships, you, the viewer, will be made completely aware here in the description, or me talking about it openly, or even social channels, you know, such as Twitter or Google Plus, where I frequently post. There's my Bitcoin address. And the disclaimer on 3, 2, 1. Okay. I have to take a deep swallow, and I probably should have made sure that I had. Do I have my water? Oh, I do. Let me get my water cranked open. Drinking out of a bottle today. Usually I have my water in a glass. Prefer it that way, but the bottle will do this morning. On 3, 2, 1. Please be advised that all content in the charts shown is meant for entertainment and educational purposes only. Trading the stock, bond, currency, cryptocurrency, commodity, and futures markets can be rewarding, but is also risky. Be aware that you can lose money, and in some ways lose more than you have. It can also be profitable, but not without significant risks. You are responsible for your own independent investment transactions. The charts shown are not to serve as an investment advisory service. I highly encourage you to seek professional advice in regard to your own financial decisions. Information you may get from any charts shown and its further discussion in chat rooms or forums may not reflect my opinions at the time. The charts shown in their content is not a solicitation, nor an offer for professional investment advice, nor is it an offer to buy or sell stocks, bonds, currency, cryptocurrencies, commodities, and or futures. All right, there we go on the disclaimer. Now the little bit of area that I'd really like to have built out. These are the channels and communities to support and know about. One is Get ProTip Ready. You're going to support Mr. Chris Ellis with the World Crypto Network. He may have some announcements coming about World Crypto Network, but for ProTip, there's the link there. And as we've talked about MX4, watch and support runreally.bat via his YouTube channel name, and there is also his Bitcoin address. So come back to this area of the description box for more communities that I recommend. Okay, and that was yesterday. We did EOS, we did NEO. Let me run down. I can't remember. I think we got to 3 charts, and then TradingView had its solar flares, which kind of took me out of continuing on. All right, so that's that. Go ahead and X out because we don't need to return to that. Check in on Really, see how he's doing. Pop out his chat. And, oh, does he not have his chat listed as gaming anymore? Really, what are you doing with your chat? Chat's not named the gaming chat anymore. Oh, I see, that was kind of like a little pro tip, I guess. All right, I think we're doing good. We are ready to go. Let me make sure that everything is, I really needs to okay, I need to let him know about that. Let's get your chat. Let's get your, let's get your chart. I think I don't even know what he's showcasing anymore. Oh, Neo. Okay, let's get your Neo reframed. The candles have dropped off. There we go. All right. And then I'll check on my Mumble, and here we are again at 42.11. That would be $4,211. There's really not so much I can tell you about the condition of the chart, except for that it's at all-time highs. So if we, continue to stay up here, what you can do is you can mark off your all-time highs to understand how the price action is pressing, through them. And we can go over here to figure out your all-time high was 42.16. And we'll go ahead and we'll put a line in. And I think that this is probably going to go ahead and put a free market line here. And I can't tell you exactly 42.16, right? I'll tell you exactly why. I just think it's Monday. maybe some people are going to be making some more serious decisions about being involved. So we're going to put a free market line up here. And if it doesn't end up that way, we'll go back in and just simply put a dated line in. But I would think that once the day opens up and everyone is involved, that especially YouTube and Twitter will be quite active. Speaking of Twitter, let's go ahead and get over to Twitter before we go on. I guess I'm actually like building a show just by doing the stuff that I do every day. So go home. Of course, I've already been over here today. But go to notifications. And, well, thank you very much about that. And maybe what I'll do is I'll do a tweet. I don't know if I want to do it from the share or not. Let me do it. I guess the share is okay. Also, I did do that part there. I guess the share is all right. So what do I still have the YouTube chat? I do. Is that right? I shouldn't say chicken littles. And so what am I calling the channel again? Brad Plays Everything is on. Hey, Brad. Hey, Brad, wave to me. Give me a couple thumbs up if you can hear me. Hey, Brad. Okay, you guys are about to see interactive. If he can catch up with me, he definitely. Okay, that was yesterday. I'm gonna get rid of that. Let me see if that's chat. Let's go. Hey, Brad. I just want to see if that would work. If he's watching the chat. So let's see if I'll do that. Oh, of course, right. And you know what? If he's like really deep in a game, you know, give him the mic, right? Because I'm just kind of getting my day started. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you know what I mean though, right, really? Gamers are sensitive people. You know, and I'm just kind of getting things together because, you know, I could go on because we're in the same channel. Is that right? We're still in the same audio channel. Yeah. Okay. So let him know that we want to experience this interactive, and let him just give a thumbs up. I know he's not listening to me, but at least what I could say to my viewers is that. Oh, really? Oh my God. Okay, let me take a listen and then hold on. Of course, it'll be delayed, but let me take a listen. Okay, so let him know that we want to experience this interactive, and to let him just give a thumbs up. I know he's not listening to me. At least what I could say to my viewers is that, oh really? Oh my God. Okay, let me take a listen. Hold on. This will be good. See, what I did was I put the audio open so there wouldn't be that reverb. So, I mean, I could change the tone of my voice, meaning bring it down a little bit, like being a whisper, kind of, if you think that would work. And just so that you know, I can't hear you. Because if I put my mic on mute, then you can't hear me. All right, well, one step at a time. Let me get back to my own chart. So I'll put the channel, the MX4 channel, on mute on my side. And we'll just talk over the chat, I guess. Anyway, hi, Brad. Sure looks dangerous, whatever you're playing there. Looks scary as all out. I'm glad you're on that ship and not me. All right, that's pretty fun. Okay, that's going to be the old chat. This is going to be the bigger chat here. It's pretty fun. I see. Is that what's going on, David? Oh, you guys are going to have to help me out because the only game that I've ever played is Slither, and that was just like last year. I don't play any video games. I never have ever. And someone had told me about Slither, like I said, last year. And so, you know, we opened it up and I had a few games and you know, that's about as far as I've gotten Slither, which I think is hysterical. The fact that the only video game that I would play is a game about a bunch of snakes. It's perfect. It's like perfection. So maybe I should bring up Slither on the YouTube. Sometimes it might be more exciting than the charts, you know, as we know. All right, so let me keep our chat open because David's around. And we know that really is fine. Oh, we were working on Twitter. That's right. We were working on Twitter. So let me get back over to my Twitter. And cryptocurrency action, put a little hashtag there. What else would I do? Bloomberg just went live. Well, at least I just got the notification. And what I probably need is my red button. So probably need, but I'll go tweet it out. Gee whiz, that portrait of Julian Assange. He's really becoming quite the statement. It's really something. I have not seen that portrait of him. It's the first time that I've actually seen him like that. Okay, I'll read a little bit about what's happening in the... Oh, okay, so that works out pretty well. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks as though I don't need to have the hearts in the description. So I might want to change that a little bit, but they do say that you're supposed to repeat the title in the beginning. Might want to change that a little bit. All right, I'll be putting myself on mute while I work on the social outreach a little bit, guys, if you don't mind. And make sure that if you want to communicate with me that you do it in the chat, maybe if you want to. And so let me get a little bit of work done here. Get my morning coffee and my morning day, my morning figured out too. Okay, so we'll keep the feed running. Go ahead and mute. Okay, so guys, I think I've lost my chat, so I might have to muck around a little bit going back over to YouTube to grab my chat. I don't know where it went. I think what I did was I X'd it out more than likely. So you'll see me be a little bit all over the place. Sorry about that.
with our
All right, you guys, I have to do a little bit of more
40
housekeeping.
million healing.
So
That's 48% for me.
It has more to do
6% for you.
with,
So how many times
I
does
don't
it
have
take
my
for 6
chat
to get
anymore.
48?
And I'm trying to make
Yes,
sure that I have an
fingers.
M4 window up,
That's 8 times.
but I want to have
It's
my
just,
own chart up too,
Abacus
so
and
I'm
stuff is
working on
invented
those.
too. You've got
I
10
can
of
do
them,
that
and you can
properly.
use them in
See, the thing
hours
about
of,
the screen share
like,
over at
represents 2
Hangouts
times,
is that, for
3
example,
times.
I have what's called an
I do have a
application
method
window, right?
Finger County.
And
Here's some of the chat. Deadly Boss Mods, amazing lord.
the
Power Trip.
application window
Power
that
Trip
it's
being
giving me
the
right now
the shaman
is
that died
MX
was a
Pro,
healer.
not even my chart.
You, bro, we are a legend. I'm like, my bad. Instantly, I'm apologizing.
I have no idea
I
how
thought
to
we
get
died
that
and that we didn't win.
additional
Instantly, I'm like, oh,
application
my bad.
that I can go
And,
to.
then it was like, lol, I fully realized that blood rank, I believe, is a tank. Wow, wow, again. The Warlock takes credit for the kill.
Because if I
Lock
was to
says
bring up my
they,
chart,
if it kills, man. GG, guys, thank you. So, that was a proud day. I wish that, as you can see, we're all dead. Every single one of us are dead. But as is the boss. The boss is down. There's that loot. That was a very proud day. I'm still editing, but I've got about 9 of them that I've got to.
So
I've got the whales.
it looks as though,
all of that sort of stuff that I need to use that.
okay, I may have figured it out. Probably have to write it down, but it's not tabs. It's 2 separate windows, and his window I have to bring down to my bottom bar, and then the chart ends up being the application window. So I think I've got it figured out.
It's being juggled.
Okay, so guys, as you'll hear me say, you can visit MX4. The link is down below in the description box, and I need to get my list of names in some sort of a format so we can run through them and build on them over time this week. We will be going probably dark on the stream from 9:30 to like 11, and then maybe stop a little bit for lunch, and then we can pick up again and get going with our further baby PIP studies. But I think maybe watching the market open on Mondays is probably pretty valuable. I know that the basket of names is important to a few of us as well. So I have to run over to my Google Plus. So you'll be seeing me doing a little bit of housekeeping. But we're enjoying a price at $4,164.17, and you can see the chart as it stands now. All right, so I know that my mic is on. I need a big button that says, you know, your mic is on. Your mic is on, like that. That'd be helpful. And I'll go into yesterday's Google Plus. I do use Google Plus a lot. It's gone in and out of familiarity with me, but it's really been a lifesaver, really, because I'm able to put quite a bit of data, you know, in my posts for me. And even yesterday, I did a vinaigrette recipe from one of the Food Stars participants, or I don't know if he won or not. Maybe last night they let everybody know who won, but sometime yesterday, we put the names of the charts that you guys wanted me to look at. Now where did it go? There's a lot of stuff that went on yesterday, actually. Quite a lot. I want to read these notes about your own personal contribution and constitution on the internet. I want to read that out loud. All right, so let me go BeautyBubble EOS. Let's see if I can pick it up there. Okay. So I wonder if it's here in the comments then. No. That is so bizarre. Let's see. Timestamp for EOS. Okay, no. There's Neo. Neo, LTC, IOTA. Where is the list of names? All right, how am I going to do this? Already, I don't see the list of names. Go into yesterday's chat, maybe? Why don't I have that? All right, so we start off with BTC USD. Then we go to Neo. Then we go to IOTA. I know that you guys wanted Factum. EOS was definitely one. All right, so those are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go back over here. Oh, Ethereum. We could do with the Ethereum pairs. Sure. Go into my chat again. So we'll do some Ethereum. Maybe we'll do some ETC. I just want to take it from the list that you guys gave me, though. I don't want to make this up. That's what I don't get. Oh, I guess I'll add LTC. These are just kind of no-brainers, really. Do some LTC. I want to say that it was one that I hadn't really looked at ever before. All right. Let's keep those in the chat. Let me run over to CoinMarketCap. My memory a little bit here. Okay. It's probably a good idea coming into 8 o'clock that we take a look at what's going on CoinMarketCap. Go to market cap first. Market cap on Bitcoin, and the lineup is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple. Bitcoin Cash is number 4 right now, so we could do the Bitcoin Cash. There's Neo, Litecoin, IOTA, Dash, NEM, Ethereum Classic, Quantum, Monero, BitConnect. I call it onesie. Stratus, 10x, Waves, EOS, BitShare, Zcash, Tether, Veritasium. And then we go change on the 24-hour clock. We have Binance, No Limit, Bytom, Gas, Rialto, Veritasium, District. There's ARC. I think someone was asking about ARC. Maybe it was. Let me see if I can even get it. I can. So we'll add ARC. Definitely. I think that that's probably what it was. It's some crazy business on the daily. We may have to take the candles out. Look at ARC. Let me get that over to our chat that we're going to do ARC. ARC. And ARC. We can only do charts that I can showcase through TradingView. Let's also see what that looks like. This is a candleless chart. This is a candleless chart. Okay. Let me put myself on mute for just a moment while I check to see how this looks on the other side of the world. And I'll be dark on my side for just a few minutes here. It's almost 8:30 New York time, August 14th, and I will be back in just a couple minutes. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming and visiting with me today. It looks as though the stream is acting a little bit buggy. I can't seem to get my screen share up and going, but that makes a lot of sense. Sometimes the stream can get a little funny after some time. So I'll check back with you guys later. Make sure that you go over to the M4. Just type in M4 live and you'll immediately see Run Muley's feed. So make sure that you kind of hub over there, and or you can make a comment in the chat, and I believe that I will get a notification on my comments notifier. So thank you very much. It is now, as we close off, it is almost 3 minutes to 9 o'clock in New York, and it's August 14th, 2017, and our price is, guess what? $4,200 even. $4,200 even. Congratulations to all of the Bitcoin USD Coinbase traders. Truly congratulations also to anyone that's involved in the cryptocurrency space. Many congratulations to you. So much respect, each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.